Today, we're going to do something really special. We're going to look beneath the hood into the engine of the crypto market, identifying opportunities. And when you understand how to do this for crypto, you can apply it anywhere. Stocks, Forex, commodities, doesn't matter. The same process always applies. That's pattern recognition, identifying what's strong and what's not. One thing to understand is exactly how you pull the trigger. That's important. It takes a lot of mental preparation to get in and out of trades. I'll also cover that off. I think you'll really love this video, and thank you for being here and sharing this time together. Let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about a really important rule, Rule 28, Opportunities Reset Daily. This rule is critical for traders and investors to embrace. A lot of time, people inside financial markets, they want certainty, they want clarity, they want safety. The unfortunate thing is that financial markets are very choppy. Price is always moving in a wave. This leaves every trader and investor with a simple choice. It's a lot like a rose. When you look at a rose, do you see the beautiful red petals or do you see the thorns? Inside every financial market, price is always moving in a wave. It will always oscillate between green and red. The most natural thing to do when people see red inside the market is to treat it like a thorn on the rose and just say, "Ouch, I'm getting out of this." Professional investors and traders have the exact opposite mindset. They see it as beautiful. That is, they see the thorns as an entry opportunity, not an exit opportunity. All investors and traders chase a thing called yield, which is your percentage return. Professionals seek to get on the right side of the percentage. They understand percentages. They understand what the implications are of percentages. Non-professional traders and investors will get in at any price, and preferably at market. Opportunities do reset every single day. They reset actually more than that. Looking towards the greatest gainers, top 100 past 24 hours, compound, wrapped Bitcoin, injective, maker, curve, atom, flow, EOS, and Matic. The greatest losers past 24 hours, eCash, NEAR, Solana, OKB, Casper, Tron, BSV, Clayton, and FracShare. With opportunities resetting every day, we need to get a better appreciation of sectors and groups. When we think about eCash, eCash is in the currency group. It was the greatest loser. Compound is in DeFi. It was the greatest gainer. There are always opportunities inside every single market. Our goal is to get into synchronization with the market because synchronization is the only thing that pays inside any financial market. The way to synchronization is always the same. It's through understanding. Compound in DeFi was one of the greatest gainers, and look, when it comes to the liquidation heat map, it's also one of the ones that had the greatest number of shorts getting liquidated. We can also see Solana in the past 24 hours had a lot of shorts liquidated. AVAX did, and ETH did. Matic as well. Waves. Looking at the past 12 hours, we saw that Bitcoin had more longs liquidated than shorts. What did this mean? We'll show you in a minute, but the concept is Bitcoin's price came down. Why did it come down? That's another question that we'll get into. And you can see Compound also had a lot more shorts getting liquidated than longs. This pushed the price up. In the past 4 hours, ETH had a lot of short liquidations. That pushed the price up of ETH, and Tomo and Maker. In the past hour, Ethereum had short liquidations greater than long liquidations, and you can see Compound also had a lot of short liquidations. Inside the market, we can see that there's a lot of optimism as measured by the variation of calls to puts. Calls mean the participants of the crypto market expect price to go up. If it was the opposite, if there were more puts in the market would be quite negative. You can see the market is quite optimistic. The Litecoin halving is about 24 days away, and the Bitcoin halving is about 285 days away. Total crypto market cap is a very important thing for you to keep your eye on. Very important. It's like an index of the crypto market. More especially, you need to know where smart money is buying or selling, and preferably both. We can see at the moment we're about 0.71% away, just a little bit more, from a support level that spans the entire crypto market. We're about 1.76% away from resistance. This would be very different if we were smack bang on support. We wouldn't be thinking of doing any selling, and if we were smack bang on resistance and we were creating negative air, then we'd think about scaling our trades out if we were trading. Knowing where smart money is buying and selling is incredibly important. If you don't know, you're just guessing. And why is it important to know? What's good about smart money? Well, it's where all the algorithms hang out. You want to be hanging out with those algorithms. Let's pop our indicator on so we can see where the structure, the objective dynamic market structure of Bitcoin currently is. And you'll see why this is critically important to identifying opportunities inside the market. And it's pretty much the same. When you're in the stock market, look at the S&P and NASDAQ. One thing that we know, that we're about 1% away from a resistance level and about 0.53% away from support. When looking for opportunities inside any market, we have to battle two things, and they're very, very big opponents, and they don't reside outside of ourselves. The true enemies are self-doubt and self-sabotage that use blame to remain hidden. Professional investors and professional traders know that self-doubt and self-sabotage are two hidden problems, two hidden enemies that keep them out of financial markets. And when they're inside financial markets, self-doubt and self-sabotage have people buying and selling at the wrong times. Self-doubt and self-sabotage are very, very problematic things because they remain hidden. How do they hide themselves? Through blame. Financial markets reward synchronization and they penalize desynchronization. If you ever get into this situation where you think, I'm right, the market is wrong, that's not the case. The market is never wrong. There are 4 stages that all investors and traders progress through to become consistently profitable and attain positive excellence and a mastery of fear. Zone 1 and Zone 2, the panic zone and the blame zone. This is where people don't understand that there's a lot of uncertainty inside financial markets. They instead are sold on the concept that they deserve 1,000x and they can get it easily by just working 1 minute per day. Nothing in this world works this way. You must put in the hard work. Over time, people just give up panicking and then they start blaming. It must be anybody else's fault other than their own. Unfortunately, financial markets don't care about blame. If you're desynchronized, you'll keep paying financial markets. You'll keep paying the market. Remember that these are 4 stages that every single investor and trader progresses through. They're not unique. If you're inside Zone 1, you can move to Zone 2. If you're inside Zone 2, you can move to Zone 3. And you can move into Zone 4 at any stage. People eventually, inside Zone 2, give up blaming others because it doesn't work. They keep on making losses. And that's because of the emotional nature of trading and investing. And of course, the big institutions don't want you to know this. They want you to think that it's just a turnkey system, that you can make money just in your sleep. You don't have to do anything. You can be really, really lazy, and you can have no money and make billions of dollars. So that's, of course, why you should gear up and leverage everything you've got so you can lose it all. Having been in financial markets for coming up to 40 years, I can tell you that Zone 1 and Zone 2 are terrible places to be. And the rules just don't work the way that people are told. Instead, in Zone 3, to make money, we must have patience and rules. We know that certainty is incredibly it's just impossible. Why is certainty impossible? Price is a non-linear function. It's always moving in a wave. Not only is it non-linear, it's exponential. That's why we ditch certainty, because it creates terror. We take up the stacking of probability and the stacking of rules. In Zone 1 and Zone 2, people have a very competitive spirit. They think that if they make money, somebody else loses money. This is not the case. There are millions and millions of people inside financial markets. When you buy something that somebody else sells, you may have handed them a very neat profit. Very nice of you. Just because you get your order filled doesn't mean somebody else is worse off. Zone 4 is a completely different mindset. It's a success-based mindset. As its foundation, it has positive excellence. We are not taught positive excellence by default, because if we were, we wouldn't be in Zone 1 and Zone 2 and be at the mercy of others. The key point to understand, everything that you've been taught about financial markets, just inverse it if you want to be profitable. You might say, Ken, why are you focusing so much time on this? I just want the opportunity. Of course you do, but the concept is Rule 28, opportunities reset daily, and there's a little asterisk after that, if your mindset is correct. If your mindset is negative, there can be all the opportunities in the world, you will not take one up. You'll see the thorns, but not the beauty. They say that 90% of traders and investors are wiped out within 90 days. Why is this? It's not because they're not intelligent. When you get into financial markets, you're obviously intelligent straight off the bat. It's because we need to inverse our thinking. And that is really difficult to do. Okay, so let's look at all of these different areas. I'm going to go through currency first, and we're going to track if opportunities exist in there. And remember, XEC, eCash, was the greatest loser. Looking into currency, we can see eCash has been decimated. It's down considerably, down nearly 16%. Longtime viewers know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's ... Well, I'll tell you, gravity. The concept is, as Bitcoin moves down, what happens to all the alts? They either over or under extend that movement. Sometimes you get inversion. Inversion is definitely something that we want to see. We can see another currency. These are all currencies. XRP, it's moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. Litecoin is. Bitcoin Cash is weak. XMR, it's just a little bit weaker at the moment. BSV, a lot weaker. Decred, DCR, weak. And eCash, incredibly weak. Let's have a look now at blockchain infrastructure. I'll just blow this up a little bit. So you can see in blockchain infrastructure, we have Ethereum, ETH, BNB, ADA, Solana, Tron, Matic, DOT, Ethereum Classic. You get the idea. Let's have a look beneath the hood. First of all, we know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. When Bitcoin is going up, what's happening? When Bitcoin is going down, what's happening? You can see it play out on all the alts, but not all alts are as strong as each other, either to the upside or to the downside. This is the way that we enhance our pattern recognition. We can see currently Ethereum is more powerful, at least over the past couple of days, than Bitcoin is. Why is this the fact? I actually gave you the reason earlier. Please let me know in the comments. Part of active learning is absolutely critical. If you actively learn, you're going to actively understand more, and you're going to get synchronized into the market more synchronization. What about BNB? BNB is currently weaker than Bitcoin. Poor old ADA is weaker, but we expect this. The alt should be weaker, and then the alt should be stronger. What about Solana? Solana is weaker. We're noticing a little bit of a kickback here at the moment. What about Tron? Tron shines in the darkness, but it's not shining at the moment. What about Polkadot? Polkadot is just moving in alignment. Matic was stronger and still is. It's a lot stronger than Ethereum at the current time. And look at that strength and AVAX. There's obviously some interest in blockchain infrastructure at the moment, early days. We have more in that blockchain infrastructure. Let's have a look at Link, just moving in alignment. Atoms showing some strength, very interesting. Ethereum Classic showing weakness, as is XLM. Arbitrum, ARB, just synchronizing in, and VET pretty much doing the same. NIA is going far away from Bitcoin's gravitational pull at the moment, and the graph is trying to resynchronize. Let's continue on with blockchain infrastructure. We can see Stacks just a little bit weaker, but moving in alignment. EGLD is looking stronger. Go EGLD! Oh, poor old Algo, looking weaker. EOS was looking stronger, but now starting to re-gravitize itself to Bitcoin's gravity. We can see that Flow is quite spiky at the moment relative to Bitcoin's gravity. What about Filecoin? Also quite spiky, but both are lower than Bitcoin's gravity, so they're making a loss relative to Bitcoin. ICP is also lower. HBAR in the starting point of potentially getting above Bitcoin's gravity. Rounding out blockchain infrastructure, we can see Aptos just a bit weaker. Chili's pretty much bang on. Phantom was showing a little bit of strength and then retraced. OP was showing strength and then retraced as well. XTZ or Tezos showing some strength. What about Theta just re-gravitizing at the moment? IMX pretty much the same thing, and IOTA is just a little bit weaker. Let's look into DeFi. Let me just blow this up a little bit so you can see more into DeFi at the moment. Looking into the DeFi space, we can see Uni has been pretty hard hit. LDO just gravitationally above Bitcoin at the moment. Aave was showing strength, but it's been pulled back. Maker is looking quite red at the moment. Rocket Pool not looking too healthy, but look at Curve. Curve is just blitzing away. Synthetics is in alignment and GMX is slightly positive. When people enter financial markets, they are told, avoid all of that mindset stuff. You don't need it. You just need X, Y, and Z. You need the mindset. Because self-mastery creates wealth. You are going to have battles in life. You must be strong. You'll find that the rain falls on everybody in life, the just and the unjust alike. When the rain falls on you, just do whatever you can just to get dry. And always remember that life pullbacks set you up for the next life rally. Looking at FXS, what do we see here? Pretty much in alignment. And there is Comp. Comp, look at all those short liquidations. Look what they did to price. They rallied Comp up crazily. What about 1 inch? Just pumping along with Bitcoin's gravity, as is LRC. LRC is just a little bit weaker. What about Yearn Finance, YFI? Well, it's looking pretty good. It's a little bit positive there. Just JST, not looking too badly at all. The Balancer is a little bit negative at the moment, and CVX just a little bit positive. I'm not a great fan of memes, but hey, people are, so let's have a look. We can see that Doge is just basically just a little bit under Bitcoin's gravity. But look at SHIB. SHIB is just who let the dogs out. What about Pepe? Oh, the frog is feeling a little bit boiled at the moment, not just kind of going anywhere. People is a little bit stronger. Floki just aligning with Bitcoin's gravity. Audi, just a little bit stronger. Elon, a little bit weaker. And Baby Doge, just a little bit stronger. You must be really careful when it comes to investing and trading in meme coins. That's the truth when it comes to any investment or trade that you do. You must be careful. Research the projects. Let's have a look at blockchain services. One thing to note, the smaller the project, the more volume can be misrepresented or just tossed around easily. We do a lot of analysis, a lot of deep analysis inside the masterclass on these kind of things. Let's look at Quant. Quant is just a bit lower than Bitcoin's gravity. Render, just aligning at the moment, just going a little bit weaker. Engine Coin, just a little bit weaker. BAT, just a bit weaker. AGIX is weaker. Fetch AI, just maintaining a bit of positive momentum. We can see that T is just a little bit under, and Jasmy, wow, Jasmy's looking quite good. Let's go a little bit deeper into blockchain services. Look at Ocean, the waves are crashing upwards. We can see that Aragon or Ant is just moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. EDU or Open Campus, wow, it's doing really well. Live Peer is under pressure. What about ACH? Well, it was doing well and now it's gone the other way. API 3 just moving in alignment. Wow. Look at Request Network. The request has been denied. Request Network is looking very, very negative. And we can see Prom just aligning with Bitcoin's gravity. If you're going through a life pullback at the moment, please know that our love and healing thoughts are with you as a global family, over 16,000 people strong. The sun will come out again, and in times where you go through a life pullback, and people who know my story know that I've been through plenty, it's a time to regain your strength, to focus on what is actually important. Because life's internal battle is the real battle. Let's have a quick look through social. You may have noticed that what I'm doing is just putting a green flag next to a symbol if it's higher or stronger than Bitcoin's gravity, and a red one if it's sufficiently under Bitcoin's gravity that it looks negative. When we look at social, have a look at this. Mask is green. SNT is red. Audio, it's just a bit neutral at the moment. Steam a bit neutral. But MBL is green, JUV is green, ACM is green, Alpine is green. Do you remember what the other charts look like in the other areas? They weren't like this. Let's go a little bit deeper into the social. Porto is green, PSG is green, Lazio is green, VIB is green, GAL just a bit neutral, ATM is green. ASR is green and OG is green. Please let me know in the comments, is DeFi like this? Is blockchain services like this? Is blockchain infrastructure like this? Does it have this level of green? What about currency? What about memes? You might say, Ken, why didn't you just show us that first? Because the good stuff, you always have to put the time in to see it. Let's have a look at GameFi. GameFi is just down here. Wow, there's a few in there. Let's look at the largest projects first. We can see Sand just in alignment. Mana just a little bit positive, but not much. Axie just a little bit under. What about Gala? Just a bit over. It's green. GMT just a bit under. Illuvium, ILV, it's looking pretty red. What about WaxP? I really like WaxP. What a really interesting concept. An interesting project as well. But it doesn't mean I'm always in it. I just like it. WaxP, just neutral at the moment. PYR. Well, PYR, just a little bit positive, but just coming back. Let's go a little bit deeper into GameFi. What about MC? Just starting to come up, but it's still relatively early days. But Fun is having a lot of fun. That is very positive. SLP, just a little bit negative, but that's not far away. 0.5% is not much. What about MBOX? Just a little bit red. YGG, just aligning with Bitcoin's gravity. TLM, pretty much the same. High is a little bit, yeah, that's a little bit red. And what about Voxel? Voxel up 2.3%. Yeah, that's a little bit green. There's also the NFT area. What do we see? We can see ape. Ape is going for it. Ape is aping. What about magic? Magic looks pretty magical at the moment. What about ERN? Oh, that's looking pretty green as well. Super, just doing a retracement, but that's looking positive. What about rare? Looking a bit negative or a little bit neutral. Digo, looking quite positive as well, just early stages. Blur, just aligning. And looks, looks at that. Looks is looking good. When people say that you can take 1 minute and just, make a fortune in that 1 minute, that's not a rule of life. You have to work hard for what you get, especially if you want to keep it. What do we see here? It's very interesting, isn't it? The NFT and the social spaces, they're the ones that things are going green with, but it doesn't really look it, but it is. We know that opportunities reset daily. You have to put in the hard work to figure out where those opportunities are. To get into an opportunity or to get out of an opportunity requires that you get into Zone 3 and Zone 4. Zone 1 and Zone 2 are really bad zones to be in. Why are they bad zones? Because you're desynchronized, and when you get desynchronized, it costs you a lot of money. The only way to get synchronized is to take control of your financial future. You do that through knowledge and emotional mastery. Also, please note that you should be doing your 3-dimensional risk management code every single day. Know what you will do if the price goes down, goes neutral, or goes up. We know that we control the trade or investment, but it's the market that controls the return. Your returns are always based on your active learning. It's very difficult to get into synchronization with the market if you're doing 5 minutes of work each day. The purpose of this video is to give you a multi-dimensional understanding of financial markets. Yes, you need to know the smart money buy and sell levels. You need to get synchronized. You need to hunt for opportunities. And you need a system to identify them. The greatest challenge that all investors and traders face is that you need a positive mindset, a continuously positive mindset, in order not to be shaken out. That's why we have the CTKS Creed. These are daily positive affirmations for abundance, financial success, and happiness. What is the Creed basically for? It's to stop self-sabotage and self-doubt. It's to reframe life. To move from Zone 1 and Zone 2 into Zone 3 and Zone 4, but especially Zone 4. When repeating the CTKS Creed for yourself, it's important to put real passion into it. It's also important to believe the words. These words seek to de-wire or unwire the retail mindset and install the professional mindset. Let's go for it. I know the universe wants me to succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I know opportunities and life reset daily. I am worthy. I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with Borsog. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. I always solve my problems with positive excellence. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.